Good morning, ducks! I'm just in the back here, guys, sorting eggs. And we got like some kind of massive goose fight. I just saw 8 Canada geese. 4 pairs. Oh, they just went behind the shed. I'll go on the deck. They might take off as soon as I go outside. They were all in the yard trying to eat the corn. It's getting pretty crazy here. Okay, it looks like I can see 5 for sure right now, guys. Okay, so there's 1. Where are the others? Here, come on. Okay, there's some more. There was a massive brawl happening here. They're through the fence and I can't see them. I was sorting eggs, guys, and it just all of a sudden there was just this big racket outside. And they were just going at it in the yard. Okay, so 3 of them have taken off, and there's still 5 here. Okay, they're out in the lake. Oh, here they come. Okay, look at this. We've got some serious goose action happening here. I'm having a hard time, guys, getting good footage here. I'm squinting into this viewfinder. Okay, it's time to let the ducks out. Oh, they're fighting big time. Those ones are leaving. So welcome to the Duck Adventure for April the 30th. Pretty soon we're going to be called the Goose Adventure here. They're taking over the show. All right, I'm going to get my boots on and we'll go let the ducks out. You wouldn't believe how much walking around I just did. I was trying to find the lid for the soaking pail for the bumblefoot duck, hospital duck. And I stuck the lid inside the egg cartons, which I would never put it there. I looked everywhere, and the place everywhere it was supposed to be. Actually, there was only one place it was supposed to be. It wasn't there, so that just threw me for a loop, because I'm pretty particular when it comes to putting stuff away. Okay, where's Doug gone? And when something's not in its place, it means that I had a serious brain fart when I put it away, which usually I don't have. Because I always put things away where I'll find them in the future. Makes just a lot less work, especially on the property when you've got so many buildings. If you don't have some kind of organization going on, you spend a lot of time walking around like I just did. And I did a ton of walking around. Found the lid anyways. It was in the 80 carton and I lost Doug. Doug! Come on, dog! Where'd you go? So I've got a pail of Epsom salts with about 4 inches of water in the bottom of it, warm water. And we're gonna let bumblefoot duck, hospital duck, soak. Or bumblefoot duck 2, I should say. Doug, come on! He was just right in front of me. I turned around, grabbed the camera. See, he knows that I'm gonna tie him up. So he's absolutely being super defiant right now. Doug! Okay, I'm not even hearing bush crack. Where are you? All I can hear is birds. Doug! He snuck up behind me. Well, his feet aren't dirty, so he didn't go too far. Okay, we're gonna tie you up, Doug. We'll tie him up and we'll get bumblefoot duck 2 into the soaking tub. We'll let the ducks out and do egg recon. No, I'm not gonna put you in. I'm gonna do worse, I'm gonna tie you up. There. Poor dog. He's cracking. Last night was so funny. Oh, I didn't even videotape near as much antics that went on here. Okay. Now there's 5 geese just landed in. Okay, we're getting overrun with geese here. And there's 2, 3, and 2 more. Well, we're gonna let the ducks out here shortly, and we'll see what happens. Oh, there's a 6th one. There's the 6th one walking around right now. So there's 3 pairs here right now. I don't know where the 4th pair is. We're really getting quite a population of Canada geese here. All right, let's get Bumblefoot duck, put her in the soaking tub, then we'll let our critters out here. Oh, 4th pair is out floating around the lake right now, guys. Actually, there's a 5th pair. Yeah, there's a 5th pair on the other side of the lake. Wouldn't it be awesome if we had that many pairs of Canada geese hatching goslings here? It'd be just epic. It's seriously warmer, guys, than it's been all week. Stripper's in here by herself now on her own nest. What are you doing, Stripper? Now we've got this little hen here who has stopped laying eggs because she's in brooding mode. Poor duck. You got nothing underneath you. Alright, hospital duck. We're going to give you a soak on that foot of yours because I know it works. Okay. Oh, boys. Just relax. How's your foot? Oh, it is swollen, guys. It has got a bit of a swell to it. It's got a puffiness. All right, let's fix you up. This works, what I'm about to do to you. Nice warm Epsom salt. I've got enough Epsom salt for 3 soaks. So we're good till Monday. So if I go into town Monday or even Tuesday morning and get some more Epsom salts, we'll be good to go here, because I'm trying to remember, Bumblefoot duck didn't take many soaks to make her better. All right, duck. All right. Okay. Just relax. Don't get panicked. There. The Bumblefoot soak. Okay, let's let the ducks out and do egg recon. I got a big edit to do too today. Plus, I have to get the incubator done because now I've got all the parts here. I have no excuse, other than I might run out of time and get fatigued, because I am suffering here a little bit. I'm not up to 100%. I'm trying my best though. Come on out. Oh, Limpy. Oh, Mosquito. I gotta take Mo to the lake. Oh, man, he's dirty. I need time to take Mo to the lake. Come on, ducks. Oh, broken wing duck. Here she comes. How you doing, broken wing duck? That's a big female. Oh, here's a little female, and she's got yolk on the side of her face. She ate an egg, or participated in an egg eating. What a beautiful day compared to what we've had here all week, guys. I'm not kidding you, it's just gorgeous. It's so nice to be out here with just a light windbreaker on. But it was cold this morning because I came out on the deck thinking it was nice out, and I slipped on the ice in my slippers, and I was like, I had a bit of deja vu on the slipping on ice thing, as we know, when I broke my hand there. 2 falls ago. All right, the Canada geese are holding their ground here. They're staying right in the swamp. You better be nice, Canada geese. You're welcome to come here, but you gotta be nice to my ducks. Or I'll sick Doug on you. Right over to the water. After I get the incubator done, we get this Argo fixed. Now I've got the part, and this week the carb kit will be here. I got to get it running right and get the swamp done, because the next thing is I've got to start working on the pen expansion. Because the pen, I really want to have a little water hole like this. Well, much bigger than this. I'm thinking about 20 feet across and about 2 feet deep, 18 inches deep. I just want to have you know, a body of water inside the pen. Because the ducks really love it. And the way the water runs on this property, I can easily have a something like this in the pen. But it's awful dry. It's like just like last year. You know, we had this dry spell in the spring. They'll go down to the creek here shortly. But right now, let's drill in the pine needles. Let's just drill in anything. Well, we got a couple ducks that are going to navigate the gauntlet of Canada geese. They're heading down to the creek. And there's the Canada geese. You know, they're being really territorial between each other, but they're not bothering with the ducks. It's just strange how they're territorial with each other, but they leave my ducks alone. There's geese all over the swamp here. We have an invasion this morning of Canada geese, guys. But look at this, my 2 little ducks. Actually, more ducks, 3 ducks. And there's a Canada goose. They're not even bothering with it. Well, we're looking at the Canada goose, though. That's just bizarre. Oh, there's a whole bunch of ducks down there. More and more ducks go down right past that goose, and it doesn't matter. All right, this is getting crazy, guys. We got geese everywhere this morning. Another thing too I've noticed this year is that my ducks aren't near as freaked out about the Canada geese. You know, because I know for a fact, you know, the last 3 years, the ducks usually get all freaked out, and you know, 1, don't want to leave the yard, or 2, you know, they just stay in their, you know, in a big clump in the pen when the Canada geese come around. It's almost like, you know, they just know that they have to share. I don't know. It's just very strange that this many Canada geese are here and the ducks are walking right by them. But yet the Canada geese are fighting each other. We've got a bit of a standoff here happening right now. There's 3 right here, and there's 2 more, and they're all looking at each other like who's going to chase who. And the ducks just keep heading down to the swamp. Not even remotely caring about the geese. They're such a good looking bird. You know, if I didn't have to get a permit from Ministry of Natural Resources and get the government involved in my life, I'd actually have Canada geese. I think they're gorgeous. But unfortunately, if you want to keep Canada geese, you have to partner up with the government. Not a big fan of partnering up with the government. I have a problem with bureaucrats. Anyways, let's do egg recon and get on with my edit, and then get this incubator happening. Because I've got all the parts here, guys. There's no excuses other than, like I said, I run out of energy. What a beautiful morning. Oh man, it feels nice. Prop the door open today. The forecast says nothing but nice weather coming up. That was a cold streak this week. Oh boys, even this morning I came outside and the thermometer said it was 6 degrees Celsius, and I thought, the sun's shining on the back deck, and I went out to see what the ducks were doing. This big goose egg, and I slipped on the ice because you couldn't see the ice on the deck. I thought, oh, if I fell right now and hurt myself, I wouldn't be able to do anything. We'd be on a low-key duck adventure this year if that happened. But I didn't fall, so that's good. And the dangers of ice are going to fade away here shortly once this warm weather stays here. All right, I'm gonna just double check underneath you, girl. Come on. Here, I'm gonna put you outside. Oh, duck. Here, go on. I know, eh? Snap out of it. Look how fluffed up she is. She's mad. And you know what? She'll walk around like this for like over an hour. It takes a while for her to calm down. Look at her go. She's heading over to the creek. It's so strange because she has no underhang. She's got a really tight belly and she's so fast. Yeah, right to the water. Back to egg recon. Hi, stripper. Oh, you're taking over the nest? I'll leave you alone because you can do anything you want. You've got special privilege here. You're a gifted duck. In more ways than one. Okay. Yeah, so I got a big edit. I've got a 2-day edit actually, because there's that one day that I crashed on the couch and didn't do a lot of filming because I had that mid-afternoon nap that was like, oh man, I don't believe it, like 6 hours almost. Plus my road trip yesterday, picking up all the parts, which, once again, man, oh, thank you very much, Barker Collision Center, for painting that for us for nothing. That was just awesome, because that evaporation tray was hurting bad. It was hurting real bad, actually. Okay. Oh, look at that. The Muscovies are finally using the top nest. Oh, we got another duck in the back. Oh, that's that same duck. She's going to get upset at me. Come on out, girl. Okay, looks like 2 eggs under her. And they're actually cold. She must have just went on the nest. They're actually ice cold eggs.
Oh, here's a big clump of eggs. Clutch, I should say. Not that big, actually. 5. And these ones are warm. Come on. Okay, you have nothing under you. Oh, one hidden egg. Okay. That's not very good for 2 buildings, guys. Oh, she's upset. What do we got out here? Canada geese are still in the swamp. They must be waiting to come in to have a snack of corn. Anything hidden in here? Nope. Okay, nothing there. They're dropping eggs all over the pen here. They're not eating the hay. I put the last of the hay in here yesterday, and I was surprised they have no interest in it. But then again, you know, they're free range and fresh stuff all over the property. So why would you eat, you know, last fall's hay? But I thought I'd put it in here and use her up. Okay, that's it for eggs, guys. I don't see any more in the pen here. Oh, update on the bathtub plug. Okay, so we had that company that wanted $107 US to mail it, which I didn't do. Then I ordered it from another company on eBay. They shipped it to some address in Los Angeles. It ends up they canceled the order, and it's getting sent back to them, and they refuse to ship to Canada now. They're all upset. I don't know why. So I went on to Amazon.com, found a seller. They're actually participating in the Amazon global shipping program, which is just a big scam, but at least it gets me the product. But I had to pay a bunch of tax. Landed cost $74 US for the plug. So it should be here, they say, in 5 to 8 business days. But I can't believe I ordered a $74 plug for the bathtub. I gotta get my head a shake here. But it's gonna stop the problem of the water always leaking out. Alright, Canada geese are heading out to the lake. Ducks are at the creek. Let's go let Bumblefoot Duck 2.0 out of her soak. Not a bad pail of eggs. I'm excited about getting the incubator fired up today because there's, like I said, guys, unless I run out of energy, it's the only reason it's not going to happen. But I shouldn't run out of energy. But I do feel that if I took off one more day and did nothing, I might actually feel a little bit better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes here. Because really, you know, I took off one day and out of the last 10, and I spent that sleeping on the couch. Okay, come on here. All right, Duck. Don't freak out. Stay calm. Okay. All right, let's take a look at your little foot here. I don't see a black dot on the heel. I see their toes got a spot, but the swelling is all around her ankle. Hey, little ducky. This works though. I saved one duck already doing this. We'll save you. Okay. I'll let her dry off a little bit, then I'll spray that purple stuff on her foot. Oh, look at the color of the water. Alright, tub's done. That's what the tub leaks. And it's like, it's hit and miss on trying to get the old plug that I designed to work. It's got to be sand or grit that's causing this problem. But I got 3 years out of a Jimmy rigged homemade plug design, so that's not bad. I guess it was time that I spent $74 US on a bathtub plug. I still can't believe I spent $74 US. That's like $1 billion Canadian. Like, I can feel the grit. When I turn the plug, go back and forth, you can feel there's a grit in there. But this new plug is it is the answer. Like, it's exactly what I needed to do this job. And actually, if I make a second bathtub, which I have another bathtub here, I'll order another plug and I'll do it right from the start. And have stereo bathtubs. But that's in the future. It ain't happening right now. Before I do my edit, I thought I'd come down here and show you what the Argo did. Which, I'm sorry, I got some complaints this morning on my video last night that my video was too long and there was too much Argo footage. And I just put it up, guys, because the footage turned out so well with the way I had the cameras mounted. Like, I screwed around with the tripod. I have it mounted on the back of the Argo, and I did a lot of screwing around, and the footage turned out decent. And then the edit actually turned out pretty good, and I thought, oh, I'll just let it run the whole thing so you could see how long the Argo lasted before it overheated and what it could do. Which next time I do it, I'm going to do some better footage. As in, I'm going to set some cameras up in the swamp so you can really see what, because you can't really get an idea of what the Argo's going through with the camera looking down. You actually need to see the Argo from the side view, because it literally, like, when you're going back and forth like this, it's like it just disappears and comes back up. It's really quite awesome sensation driving it in this terrain, because it just goes. It's really I actually, you know what, guys, what I'm doing with that Argo in this terrain is exactly the terrain it's designed for. Exactly. So of course, you know, because I broke down the bulrushes on the other side of the creek, the ducks are now going over there, which that is otter territory. They shouldn't be over there. But it is much harder for anything to sneak up on them. But you can see, like, look at what the Argo did. Like, that's all area where the otters used to hide to ambush the ducks. The drilling sounds. But no, don't stay on this side of the property. Go over to the other side of the creek. I knew if I gave them more space, you know, they would venture into it. Like, that's not the place for them to be. But I still have to go over this whole area, which is the area right here that I went over with my buddy's quad runner when it was frozen. But we really need some rain. If we had a good rain flood, oh man, packing this down, it would go flat. Because if the swamp had, you know, about 6 inches more water in it with the Argo, this stuff would get, well, what would happen is that when you drive over and get it into the water, the bulrushes would absorb the water and stay flat. The problem is they're dry, and when you drive over them, they don't pack down. If you look right here, like, this is wet bulrushes, how it lays flat, but when it's dry, it springs back up. So the old bulrush needs to be wet when you pack them down, and then they stay down. And then all we're dealing with is new growth, which bulrushes don't grow up thick. You will still be able to see, guys, after I pack this down, even with the new bulrushes coming up, nothing will be able to hide in the bulrushes, because they actually grow between 6 and 8 inches apart. They're not tight. It's because of the old growth that gives you the illusion that it's very, very thick. Because if you look there, like, so something could be in there, you'd never know. And that's the problem, is the old stuff. If that was all packed down, the new stuff, we'd be able to look straight through and see the bush. So if it was wet, like you can see, there's a wet spot, how flat it is. But the dry stuff, you know, even though it's packed down, it's still, you know, sticking up some. But you can see the difference. This was packed down with the Argo, and that was packed down with my buddy's quad runner with the blade. Carb Kid will be here this week. We'll get the Argo running right. And my buddy yesterday said no problem. He uses the Argo. Believe me, I thought about, you know, if he want to sell it, but he uses it. Plus, like, it's still not in the budget of the Duck Adventure to buy an Argo, even a 25-year-old one. It's just not in our budget here. We're a charity operation, guys, but that's what it looks like with one pass through. You know, it does pack it down. It's the answer. Now there is one pass through, but it's really dry. There's no water in there, so it doesn't lay tight to the ground. Where if the swamp was flooded, guys, from a good rainstorm, it would be. I hope I have the Argo running right. We get a good rainstorm, swamp floods, and I can come down here and just pack the whole thing down, and then return it to my buddy, because he did mention that he would like to use his Argo shortly. Thing is, see, he uses it, and he doesn't use it for he uses it for like 10-15 minutes at a time. He doesn't drive it for a half an hour, 40 minutes at a time. He uses it around his property for hauling things. So it's like he hops in, moves something, that's it. So it works great for him. He's never discovered the problem I'm having, because, you know, I'm running it. I ran it there, what, I think it was in that video, 21 or 26 minutes. He never runs it that long. So he wasn't even aware that there was a problem with it. Unless you run it that many minutes, you don't know there's something wrong with it. Other than, you know, tapping the carb to get it to start. But that's gonna be fixed shortly. We'll figure out what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna go do my edit. Then we're gonna start on the incubator. I really don't want to go inside and do the edit, but I gotta if I want to get it uploaded. Oh, it seems like YouTube fixed our problem too. Last night's processing took less than 1 hour. I was shocked. I uploaded it. It was finished uploading, and then it started processing, and within 1 hour, it was done. So I brought it up to tech support. I talked to them. They said that the engineers were working on it and that the problem was going to be resolved, and it looks like YouTube fixed the problem. I think what they've done, because there's different levels of access to the processing power of the servers, I think they put my channel into the next level up, because I've never seen a video process that fast. Like, I could actually watch on the screen on the little countdown. It was actually, the minutes were going down, like it was actually working. It was I've never seen it move that fast. It was a first. So I think YouTube upgraded the channel so that the videos are processed faster. Because last night I was shocked when I got home. I thought for sure, you know, when I hit the upload button, I think it was like 7:30. Normally when I upload a video that long, you guys don't get to see it at 11:30. And last night was right on schedule, and I even think it might have been HD. I don't know, I went to bed. Okay, the geese saw me pick up the net, and they got upset and came running over. They don't like me catching ducks. But I've got to catch this little girl and spray her foot. So what direction are you going to go, duck? Perfect. It's so much easier with the net. Hang on. Okay, the geese are coming over to the edge of the grid here. Oh, you got dirt on your foot again. Okay, duck, you stepped in some of your own duck poop. They're coming right over, upset. I'm fixing the duck, I'm not hurting it. I don't see any sign of anything except on her toe, but that wouldn't explain why her ankle is swelling up. Okay, the geese are all worked up. Look at them Scovey flying. Oh, I thought she was going to the lake. Okay, duck, relax. Just cool it. Let me get your foot. There's something wrong with you. Oh, I'm getting purple on my deck. Well, that's all I can do for her, guys. I'm gonna go do my edit now. I just set up the duck hospital here underneath the steps because I just stepped in duck poop. So I'm going to try to keep her duck poop in one area, because technically this is supposed to be the duck poop free zone on this side of the grid. And I just walked into the house with a big clump of duck poop on my foot, and I looked outside and I saw where I stepped on it when I grabbed her. So I'm going to keep her in this. This should work. It has worked before. But her ankle is definitely swollen. I'm hitting a bit of a creative block, guys. I think I really do need to take an actual real day off. Oh, there's my really dusty dog. Doug took oh, look at the dust come off of him. Dog, you're just filthy. I had him out front. He was rolling in the driveway, and he's just caked in sand. Dougie, shake and have it come off of you. I'm having a bit of a creative problem here, guys. I'm trying to edit, and I'm like, I can't. I'm tired. Oh, Doug. Okay, you're climbing up. Do you want to come up? The wind is pretty intense, but it's really quiet here. Nothing's going on. The ducks are doing nothing, just relaxing. The ducks are chilling like I should be. Like, what a lazy crew. The wind is shaking the camera. I don't know, it's probably not going to show up because it's the stabilization in the camera, but it's a good day to be flying a kite. Actually an awesome day. Little girl's doing a little bit of hunting. I just can't believe how dusty Doug is. I had him out front, and I looked outside, and he was just doing that lay on his back wiggle thing in the gravel, and I was like, he just kicked himself in sand. I think what I might do, guys, I've got to get the incubator going, but I'm thinking I might just prep the back room, get the incubator running, and not film anything, and just focus on work. Just have a no camera day and just a work day, and then just show you everything that I've done. Or maybe videotape what I'm about to do, then just do it and then show you the finished product. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that one day off I took this week on the couch, a 6-hour nap, was a little sign saying, Matt, take an actual day off. All the Canada geese have left. It's gotten actually quite quiet here. So I thought I'd just give you that update. I'm not having a good day here on the edit. It's dragging out. It's dragging out bad, actually. And I've got to get this done. But like I said, I'm thinking I might just attack this room, you know, and just do it. And not videotape anything and just, you know, show you the end result. Basically just get set up and, you know, it'll be like a snap of the finger and it'll be done. Oh, look who's sitting here waiting for me. Dougie. Doug's sitting here on the deck, and these Canada geese are in the yard. And Stripper's outside sunning herself. She's not inside the barn. Just sitting outside in the sun. I got a small edit done for tonight. Didn't get anything else done. Oh man. I screwed around doing things. Actually, I did domestic chores in the house. I think tomorrow I'm going to do what I thought I'm going to do. I'm not going to touch the camera. I might do a little before and show you. Actually, I'll show you right now what I'm going to do. And then the next time you see the incubator, it'll be done. Because I think I just need to focus. So what's happened here, guys? So when I got the incubator, it had no wheels. And it actually had no handles also, which I could not figure out how you're supposed to move something this big with no handles and no wheels. But I had to put wheels on it. Now the problem is that it's made out of 2-inch styrofoam with light aluminum laminated on both sides. So it's got no strength. So what I had to do was I had to make, I'll try to get you a view here of underneath. Alright, so there you can see what I did underneath. It's a metal frame that I put underneath so I could bolt the wheels. Because it's so light,
it had no strength to bolt these big wheels to it. So now what's happening is it's starting to bend because the frame stops here, and you can see it goes like there's a bend in the bottom, and actually all the way around you can see the center coming up because the aluminum is just not strong enough. And on this side you can see a little bit more. Now there is some damage because it got dropped when it was delivered to me in the skid at the harbor. But you can see the bend. Actually, I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see the bend. So I've got to put that sheet of plywood underneath. I got to take all the wheels off of it, take the frame off the bottom, put the sheet of plywood underneath, and then I'm going to take that sheet metal I got and I'm going to put it on top, because you can't even tighten down on this stuff because it's just aluminum, or it's just a styrofoam on the other side. So you tighten the bolts and it just crushes it. So I got to put the sheet metal on top to give it some strength, and then I can bolt it again with the plywood underneath, then the steel frame and the wheels back on it. That will also stop the vibration because of this bend in here, because all the strength is on the walls on the end. And when you put 1184 eggs in this thing, it's not light, you know, considering an egg weighs on an average of 100 grams. Do the math. It's a whack of weight, a couple 100 pounds, and it's bending the bottom of the incubator because the weight is supposed to be on the walls, and what's happened is I've put the weight on the center of the bottom and it's causing it to bend up, a little bit of a wow, which gives it the vibration. Plus it's seriously screwing the bottom up. Like, I could see the bottom finally collapsing here if I didn't put the plywood on it, or I should say underneath it. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. It's definitely going to happen. I think I'm just going to not turn a camera on tomorrow, and I'm going to come into the room, put the curtains on the windows so that we can get it dark in here for candling, get the bottom on the incubator, get the sheet metal in, get it fired up, get the water running, you know, for the evaporator tray. Just get everything set up in here. Just not turn a camera on. I think that's the plan tomorrow. I'm just not going to turn the camera on, and I'm just going to, you know, all of a sudden the room will be done, and you'll see, the new viewers will see what this room gets turned into, and the old viewers will see a repeat of what it has been in the past. And this is my collection of eggs that I've got so far, which I'm not going to use all of them because I only want, basically, I'm thinking about 8 days old is the max I'm going to go. So I'll be taking some of those to the food bank. But I think it's a good idea that I not turn a camera on and just focus on getting the Duck Adventure infrastructure in place to get the show on the road. It makes it a lot easier because I think I'm getting camera burnt out, guys. I think that's what it is. You know, combination of just what I got to do here with the animals, and just the amount of work that's involved to pull this project off, this adventure, and film it all, and edit it all, and share it all with you guys, and just the whole social experience online. I need to sort of cut back a little bit on one part of it so that I can get it happening. And the best way to do that is to turn the camera off and just get things put together so that the show will happen here. And then 28 days later, we're going to have a whole bunch of babies here. But I think that's the best plan of action for me and for the adventure, so that we get things happening here. So I think that's the way it's going to unfold. Anyways, I got to give Dougie a foot wash because I had him untied, and I came in here and a crow went through the yard and he took off after the crow, and then 2 Canada geese were in the yard and they flew away. Well, as soon as Doug saw the flapping wings, he went after them into the swamp because they flew over the swamp towards the lake because they were flying. If they would have walked out of here, Doug wouldn't have went after them. And he was so good. I took the leash off of him, but as soon as he heard that crow, it was like, forget it. Yelled at the top of my lungs, and the dog was just like, no, I'm going after the crow. Anyways, that's Doug. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends, and enjoy the show.